Hi and welcome to Degen BJJ with me, Irish Mike, and my co-host
Ken.
How are you getting on, Ken? Who have we got with us today?
We got Andy Quinn back with us, mate. He had a glorious introduction once. You don't get one of those from me twice. You know, he's just friend of the podcast, Andy Quinn now. How you going, Limerick Globetrotter?
Jeez, man, fucking call me Andy already. Like, goddamn, man, fucking it's a bit too friendly. It's like, nah, I'm grand. I'm just currently chilling at home. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I've been able to train the past week, so I'm just going insane. But luckily, it was a good week to be sick because we had CJI and ADCC, so wasn't too bad.
Yeah, obviously we'll get into both of those and do a little bit of a debrief shortly. What do you do with your time when you're not training? Because I'm off the mats with a knee injury at the moment, so I'm trying to take as much influence from people. Do you channel it into positive things, or do you sit around playing video games, smoking weed?
Well, doesn't have to be mutually exclusive if you like playing video games, or if you're I tell you, man, just pick a really good game with a time sink, or just get a new hobby. Like play Elden Ring, man. That game is about, let's see, on my main character, because I have a bunch of different characters on it, I put about 80 hours. Well, it's because I'm shit at the game and I haven't beaten it. So it's a good big time sink. Or and watch all the X-Men movies in a row or something. And that's a good way to spend your time when you're injured. How'd you fucking hurt your knee there again? I missed a few episodes there.
Being old, mate. Just being old. I think it popped a few months ago, and I kind of ignored it and just trained through it, and then it locked up. I just met the surgeon today actually. So it's kind of good news. It's a bucket handle meniscus tear, but they're just going to trim it rather than have to repair it. So once I get the surgery, it's going to be, he said he reckons 6 to 8 weeks back to sparring. So
it's not bad, like.
So it could be worse, you know what I mean? It's no the cruciate ligaments are all good. So I'm just trying to stay positive because the NHS can be a bit of a drag waiting for surgery. So yeah,
man. I've heard some fucking some bad things with the NHS. I've heard some fucking horror stories, but hey, look, fuck it anyway. Sure, like you said, I tell you, man, it's weird with the ACLs and the MCLs and the meniscus, because you never ever. It's like, you never hear about them when they're doing their job. It's only when they've fucked up, or when they've torn, or they're bangled, or in a strains, that you hear about them. You never hear of a fucking perfectly adequate meniscus. Do you see there, Mike? He has just perfectly normal meniscus. Like you never hear that.
But sure, that's what happened when Ken went. He said, I think I need an MRI, and they kind of refused him, and then it just got worse and worse. And he was just like, then after you kind of felt a bit healthier again, because they didn't say it was so excessive that you went back and trained, and then they said, oh, now you need an MRI after you re-injured it.
Yeah, hilarious story actually. I've got this physio that they've insisted I go to, and after 6 weeks, I'm like, honestly, I don't think this physio is working. Can we please get the MRI? And she's like, oh no, by now, she was like, you should have more stability in your knee. Try going for a jog. And every other person, since I've gone back into the process looking at surgery, that I've told that to, it's been like, oh no, you shouldn't have jogged on it. Yeah. And ever since then, it's not been the same. So sometimes you trust, your own body a little bit better than the people that are trying to give you the advice. But hey,
are you sure she didn't just tell you to jog on?
Maybe that was it, mate. I had
Are you sure she was just very rude, instead of saying, "Oh, try jogging on it"? It's like, no, fuck off.
She wasn't actually the doctor at all. She was just a patient that happened to be left over from waiting.
Or that's the thing. I've heard a bunch of shit like that. It's like, okay, guys, I swear this will be about jiu-jitsu in a second. A bunch of people I know will be trying to get a doctor's appointment somewhere, and the fucking person on the phone is saying, "Oh, is it this bad or that bad? Can you do this with your knee? Can you do that?" It's like, motherfucker, with all due respect, you're a receptionist at a fucking doctor's office. You're not a doctor. I know people have their opinions about doctors and doctors, that's fine, whatever. But the person working the desk doesn't know shit about knee injury or anything. So respectfully, I'm going to talk to the doctor, not to you. So get me an appointment, thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, but you never know who's on the other side of the phone. Anyway, phone diagnosis must be the worst thing ever. It's like when they ask you to do Skype calls now as well, don't they? Like, oh no, we're too backed up to see you. See us on Skype. Yeah, because you can see symptoms on Skype, can't you? It's like, well, my arm is hanging. Oh yeah, you've broken arm.
This fucking shitty ass video. Oh, is this ringworm? Is this staph? It's like, buddy, you just have fucking eczema, you stupid cunt. I don't know. I can't tell with the camera.
Why is there tissues and fucking and lotion beside the laptop?
Oh yeah, that's for my scales, I swear.
How about that jiu-jitsu though, guys?
Yeah.
How about that jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, so CGI.
No, dude, actually, I want to set the record straight real quick. That weird stuff in the background, it's not lube, it's bee cream. I bought all that shit before it dropped, and I'm going to resell it in a few years.
If anybody's wondering what the binging is, because I'm just going to like break the fourth wall, I'm using my missus's laptop because I just doubled up to use.
Can you hear it your end, Andy?
No, I full on don't hear any bings.
No, that's fair. But I think the listeners will hear it because of the way the pod track pulls the audio. So apologies in advance, guys. There's going to be some binging, but
yeah, you just have to get over.
Part of the charm.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been off the mats injured, and you managed to indulge in both the events that were on this weekend. Both CJI and the other one, as we're referring it to. So
the other one,
just
the art is formerly known as the best submission grappling defense in the world. So it's sadly been dethroned.
Ken is refusing to acknowledge.
I'm refusing to acknowledge its existence because they've refused to acknowledge our existence. So
the breakup was very bitter, guys. Guys, we all know that Mike, he's a former champion, and he's been treated like this. Like this is it's disgraceful. Carry on. Like
I'm not
former champion.
Yeah, I didn't plan to go into any of the CJI ADCC stuff with a petty mindset. We did after Quintet. We did that. We did that episode where we looked at the different rule sets for entertainment purposes and how it is as watching jiu-jitsu as a spectator, right? And we spoke about ADCC really positively then.
Yeah.
And for one meme to result in not just the podcast getting blocked, but They must
personal account.
It's the effort it's gone to, They must have gone onto the actual meme and then gone onto the who shared the meme and then looked at the bio and been like, right, we're blocking all of those cunts.
I wonder, did they block X-Marshall as well because they're a sponsor? Is X-Marshall trying to say, why aren't we getting any ADCC feed?
The hilarious thing is that Craig Jones hasn't been blocked by the ADCC official. He can still tag them in the...
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's it.
Well, apparently.
Airbud, it's just like, okay, when you break up with someone, you don't block them. You keep looking at them at 4 a.m. and just like a random fucking picture from 9 years ago. That's what you do, man.
I think you're speaking from yourself there, or there might be difference.
No, I should have said that.
You left a little bit of the window in there that we shouldn't have seen.
No, the window's closed, man. You can see it in the background.
But sorry. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
I want to set the record straight. I've never been dumped, man, because I've never had a girlfriend. So there, take that.
That's why your jiu-jitsu is so good.
I bet you feel silly right now.
Yeah, I do. Could have had really good jiu-jitsu if I didn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, but bro, look at me. I don't have a girlfriend and I have terrible jiu-jitsu, so I'm just winning right now at life.
I don't know, you can beat me, so well then so can Ken. Actually, everybody in this conversation right now can beat me.
I don't know.
Well, Mike, the only reason I beat you that one time when you rolled is because you poked me in the eye and I got the rage boost. So
will you stop telling people I injured you? It's going around the gym.
You didn't injure me. You just poked me in the eye.
I did actually.
That's an inconvenience.
I nearly went knuckle deep in his eye. No, because if you didn't you haven't listened. So I need someone in the head. He headbutted my knee. He was going for leg entry, and I dropped my knee, and they collided, and now he has a black eye. And
Mike's got a bit of a reputation.
Yeah, and then another guy, Abdul, tried to single leg sweep me, and I was holding onto his gi jacket when he did it. And as he came down, I pulled him down onto my knee, and he's still seeing stairs, and that was 5 weeks ago.
Serves him right for training gi, man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, but
you still strictly no pajamas.
Yeah, guys, you probably saw the video where I done a little piss take video on the gi. It was okay, guys. Here's what gets me. Here's how people. Okay, I swear this will become an ADCC video in a minute, but the amount of people who have no attention span, because that video is 32 seconds long. The first 20 seconds of it are me and a gi taking the piss. People full on were texting me, Mike included, is there gi classes now at Treaty, or he's in the gi, oh my god. They didn't see that there's a cut and be oh, just kidding, here's a heel hook.
That shows that people don't actually watch your content, fam.
I watched that today, actually.
They're just engaging in the first, or just the thumbnail, and then being oh wow, look, here, I'm going to give him, at least they care enough to give you engagement now, hey?
I gotta make less good thumbnails, man, because my thumbnails are fucking sexy.
That's it.
Yeah,
thumbnail's so good, people don't give a fuck about the videos.
Because you've gone away from kind of you're doing a lot of the technique reposting now lately, ain't you?
Yeah, and I just find that more enjoyable than I'm sitting on the toilet making a meme. It's like more
Yeah.
enjoyable than fucking doing a video lately. And I don't know, man. I feel like the artist formerly known as Human Jiu-Jitsu because I don't be out posting memes much lately anymore.
And your podcast you haven't done since like a proper one since February as well. I think
Yeah,
you've got
well,
one of the
actually,
Degen blues kind of on a higher level.
I know, man. What's it? I actually, well, I have a semi-reasonable excuse there. I'm actually teaching classes at 3D a lot more, and I'm fucking, still working. So like, I'm a bit tied up. And then like, if there's the random weekend where, plus I haven't gotten to compete since February because like was kind of fall out of love with competing. I'm like, effort of it all, and like, but I got Euros in October, so I can do that. But like, I don't know, just a lot of shit, juggling that shit. I'm like, here, fucking.
Yeah.
I sound so fucking annoying. It's like, here, he can't balance his meme account and his fucking podcast
Yeah.
account. Oh my god.
No, well, sure, we can't do a podcast. We couldn't do it
Yeah,
either. Like,
we're not in a place to criticise, mate. We
Yeah.
can barely string together a conversation once every month. So,
but
yeah.
you're doing a lot more coaching. I know. I was going to ask you about that as well, but before, we'll get into the ADC CJI thing as we're talking about yourself now. But how
Yeah.
are you finding that, and how
I tell you what, man, and I also started teaching privates. And what's it, man? I believe you me, it's fair handy because I actually have this one student, and like he texts me like a week in advance. He's like, Andrew, I want to learn this, and that. I'm like, awesome. I can just research that a bit more in depth, and because that's shit I know, but like I want to get the good details on it and explain it good and all that shit. So like he'd give me, I
So you're
want to
just
learn
doing that
this from
thing,
the back.
but you've got to be one lesson ahead of the class.
Exactly, bro.
That's all, mate.
Occasionally two, sometimes three, but you know it.
and you went up to was it Galway or something there as well lately with coaching as well up there, was it? Did you go to competition?
Yeah,
in Galway?
I had we had three guys competing that day, and I tell you, man, there was some fucking Kenpo class upstairs. You could see like the little upstairs area in a window, and I just love the fact there's a bunch of weird guys Kenpo with their little samurai dresses and their weird
Is that
masks
the one
and
with the
wooden
face
swords.
masks and the wooden swords?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, I catch them looking. I was like, here, they probably think what we're doing is fucking stupid, and they're dressed like a fucking like a gimpish samurai or something. I don't know.
We're all cosplaying in one way or another, bro.
Yeah. Okay, but back to ADCC.
So, yeah.
guys,
Did you watch them?
let's
them
get
both?
back to the chain of events with the beef. Now, guys, I watched some of it. Sorry to cut across you. I watched some of ADCC. Now, I'm going to be honest. ADCC this year, the brackets. No, it's a good thing that they had got some new blood in there because, like, obviously you'd see the same people every fucking time. It's like a tournament in Ireland. You'd see the brackets are the same like every time. It's like, oh, that guy from this gym, this guy from that gym. It's just like the last fucking tournament. The bracket's the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of variety, but at least since everyone hopped ship to fucking CJI, there was an opportunity for newer people. Like one of my favorites was I know Brandon Reed from Instagram. He's a great fucking wrestler, and he got to go up. He had a great match against Felipe Pena. Fucking gave a Trojan effort. But look, we got some more matches like that. But honestly, the only division I really give a shit about was in the ADCC. Was 66.
I was going to say 66 was the only untouched one. Hey, from the people that went to CJI. It was good. I loved watching Owen Jones's run. I was hoping he'd go further on that. But who were the other standouts for you?
Yeah, well, honestly, I'm biased because my friend Keith Krikorian was in 66. He was over in Treaty training with us, and sadly, he got knocked out in the first round. But again, every match with Keith is fucking crazy good, and 66 is like, it's a weird, man. 66 is like, skill-wise, I'd say is probably the best men's division. It's up there with 77. No, skill-wise, not physical. I see Mike nodding his head no. He's like, fucking 66. I swear, if you look at actual skill and technically, sorry.
I couldn't tell you. It's actually the ad blocker from McAfee keeps coming up.
He's nodding his head because he did like
No,
grapplers.
I know about 4 grapplers, and if they're not on B team or part of the Gordon thing, I don't really follow them. It's just it's.
Okay.
But sorry, that was just.
No, carry on with the train of thought. Sorry, bro.
So I'm just saying, okay, if you're actually looking at raw grappling skill and very little physicality, it's 66 or is probably the best division for proper technical skilled grappling. Now 77 is very, very, very good as well. But there is where, obviously, it's a fucking physical sport. You get physicality starting to be introduced to it. But 77 is probably the last division where you get people who are fucking technicians and people who are very physically gifted. Now, 88 is obviously predominantly people who are fucking... They're obviously skilled, but they're not like as reliant on their skill. It's more a physical thing. And then obviously you lose it in 99, minus 99 and plus 99, where it becomes less about skill. And obviously they are all skill to point, but it becomes more about physicality. And like that's why they're allegedly on steroids.
Yeah, to be fair to you, mate, 66 is the only bracket I watched with much attention this year at the other tournament that wasn't CJI. So it's going to be difficult referring to it as that for the entire however long this goes on for. But
we'll come up with more ridiculous things to call it.
We'll come up with more going to endeavour. But no, I watched a couple of the. I don't really want to call them super fights because I don't think they lived up to that name. But I watched a couple of those, and I watched the. Obviously I watched some of the highlights. Like for me, Pixley subbing Miragali was. I think for everyone. I'd say for me, it's like, we're kind of just going to regurgitate what's been said on many other podcasts this week. But that being said, like I think everyone hates Miragali, so that was quite a nice.
And it's good, like because when.
But I will say this though, it did lead to a very good meme, and you've probably seen it. It's like a drawing of Miragali in the swing and a speech bubble coming off screen. It's like, look on the bright side, honey, we're both juniors now. Because for sure. You know for sure Miragali's going to get a right hiding when he gets home to New Wave, and John's like, Nicholas Miragali, I'm very disappointed in you.
Do you reckon he's the leader of the sex cult? Like it has to be with Gordon's the cook, like, and John's just the master of it. Do you reckon like the whole beating thing is just the whole sex cult?
I don't know about.
Like, do you know the way they say some martial arts?
I don't know about all of that. I don't know all about that. Like slander, mate.
Well, no, like I'm saying, like
you have to say allegedly.
No, like, but I'm not saying it is happening, but I'm saying like, do you know the way they always say like this place is a sex cult, that place is a sex cult? Well, like, and then there's apparently allegedly or whatever you want to say that. Do you know the Reddit rumour that like Nicky fucked his girlfriend and he watched and he was only 14 and that, like, do you know what I mean? Allegedly, like, is that not the worst sex cult either when you involve like pedoism or whatever the fuck you want to call it?
I just want to make sure that I'm not associated with this.
That was Mike's statement. I
thought it was the Reddit. It's the Reddit rumour, isn't it?
I don't know, mate. I think you've been reading different things to me. I think you maybe browse different parts of the Reddit.
Oh no, we definitely cleared up one of the times you'll be watching way more of that kind of stuff. Not that kind of stuff, to be fair.
But obviously ADCC and CJI aside, so you've made me refer to it by the name, but throwing me off my train of thought.
The Anonymous Dumb Combat Club.
Yeah, like, did you watch like because CJI was 2 long days, man? Did you watch more of that? Like being what was in, like, my opinion, kind of liver brackets in terms of engaging matchups?
Yeah, now obviously, it was handy for one that it was on fucking. It was one. Okay, it was a lot more. Sorry, a lot more. I don't know. Fan friendly is the long and short of it, because the way CGI was structured, it was one match at a time, which I know some people like it, some people don't, but how are you going to get the semantics of, like, imagine 3 pits or alleys? Like, how the fuck, like, come on, you need a lot of space for that. But, like, I think the format of having one match at a time was a bit better, because have you ever, like, I watched ADCC 2022, I watched it with a few of my friends the last time it was on, and having to swap streams, swap this one, swap that one, mid-match to see this match or see that match, or which is want to happen in a regular match, it goes out of bounds and they scramble onto the next match and you want to see the scramble, you got to swap streams. So it's annoying, or there'd be nothing on this match or a match you don't care about, and you'd have to be hopping streams all the time. Meanwhile, with CGI, there was one match at a time. You didn't have to change streams. You just had to keep watching, and like, what was super handy? Yeah, free on YouTube. Like I said, actually, I didn't say it, I forgot to say that. Where you didn't have to buy a Flow subscription. You didn't have to go doing you'd have to go buy Flow Tennis for a month to get the monthly subscription instead of paying for it yearly. I don't know, even if they fixed that, because fuck Flo, and and what's it called?
You'll be getting fucking deleted banned next if you keep that talk up.
Here, lad, what are they gonna do? Delete my? I think there's like 2 matches of mine of Flow Grappling. One is from a Grapple Kings, and I think one was from a random IBJJF. I don't even know if that's fucking there. I think it was. I don't even know if they were recording.
I just
It's
pretended
probably
to,
is
mate.
just.
They've already deleted that.
I meant to say like block you on Instagram as well. I meant sorry.
Yeah, well, they might delete his footage and block him on Instagram. Then it'll be proper
They just come after him, yeah.
Guys, I hope they do because I have the footage of me winning, and I don't want that footage of me losing ever surfacing. So go ahead and delete it, Flo. I don't care.
We're doing you a favour.
Did you think the Cade Rotolo match when they started? Did you think he was slapping him a bit hard like with MMA?
Yeah, a little bit, but hey, that's just the intensity, man. And like, I saw a lot of people saying,
if that happened in ADCC, you wouldn't blink, like, would you?
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think £1 million, like, people are going to do what they're going to do. I think the arena was, like, going back to your point, mate, I think it was the best kind of format I've seen for a jiu-jitsu match compared to, like, having flat mats or even having a cage, because it stopped all forms of, like, traditional stalling. It was just perfect for that. And I don't think, like you say, I don't think it needs to become a staple of like jiu-jitsu events, but for a big event once a year, I think it adds a really cool dynamic. What I see
about online is a lot of people saying like that people that don't generally watch jiu-jitsu tuned in and watched that because it's free. It was on YouTube, and you know, if you're kind of around the circles of people, now it could just be great marketing of people saying that, but there was a lot of people in the comments saying like, "Oh, we train at this gym," and a lot of people that haven't watched it. Like have watched it. It's like the kind of thing with the All Ireland hurling final was shown on BBC One over here this year. There's a load of English people have watched it, like that would have never have even seen the sport. And it's something like when it's free on YouTube, I think it kind of got that kind of knock-on effect.
Do you think the scoring helped that as well, Andy? Sorry, I'm going to cover. I know it might be a bit casual for you, but
I don't care, man.
I've started now, so that's what you are in my head. So, do you think the scoring made it? Did you like the scoring? As someone who does a lot of jiu-jitsu and coaches a bit of jiu-jitsu, what did you think of the 10-9, 10-8 scoring system?
No, obviously, like you said, there's people who are doing the sport, who don't do the sport, who are watching it. One, it makes it fucking easier for them to understand who's winning and who's losing. Like, oh, that was a 10-8 round, that was 10-9. You know, people know the fucking 10-point Musk system, so like, if you got a random person to watch around a CJI and asked who's winning, like, well, they said he got a 10-8, so he's winning. So like, honestly, I didn't see any problem with the scoring, but like I thought everything was cool and above board. It was like something different because like I actually heard this morning. I was looking at a few videos where say you got a takedown in the first 2 minutes, that, like whether it's IBJF or ADCC or in the scoring period of ADCC, and you're up by 2 points, you can just coast the whole match, do fucking shag all, and you win by 2 points. At least in the fucking 3-round system, one, you got to keep, instigating, because their whole thing was, who's initiating the attack, who the effective grappling. That's how Levi was able to win a bunch of stuff when he's like pulling guard and is in a air quotes defending position. Like, because like if you pull guard in MMA, obviously you're not winning on the scorecards, but like their whole thing was you got to who's working, who's initiating, and like what was it?
Yeah, a lot of his leg entries and stuff. He was even like in the Toro match and stuff. He obviously did the most effective work of the match from being entirely in bottom. So, I quite like that as someone, like, as this was kind of like a, it's showing the best of jiu-jitsu for £1 million. I think you've got to, rule to the fact that jiu-jitsu does
Did you think
have a large guard element to it. It's like a big part of the game.
You were saying like the 10-point must system and all that, and you thought it was scored well. They were saying Pat, what's his name? Everybody said he was robbed.
Well, here's the thing: is like your man Pat Downey. Now I will say this: his match with Luke Rockhold was okay. When I first watched it, it was very fucking. I know you're talking about the Bradley match, but I just want to talk about the Rockhold match first. Luke Rockhold fucking annoyed the shit out of me because one, I thought he was gonna like pull something. I thought he was fucking around and dicking around just by his whole demeanor. I know he's not there to like. He obviously wasn't there to win. He was there to have a bit of crack and have fun and get 10 grand for his troubles. Because fuck it, why not? He probably doesn't have any money left after being a UFC fighter because they pay you even worse than ADCC allegedly. But like fucking but no, fucking Downey was inside traps, closed guard for fucking ages doing shag all. He had one effective air quote submission attempt, and it was a Schultz headlock, which isn't a crazy good submission. Like,
That's what your man said afterwards, yeah. He said it wasn't really, yeah.
And it wasn't even on. He was just stuck for a second and he got out. And Adam Bradley's obviously very hard to fucking submit, and I like him, so I'm a bit biased because no, like if you're looking at who initiated more offensive grappling and who tried to work more, like, I think Bradley did. Now, if you're just scoring it from who was on top more, it was Downey, but like he certainly acted like a Downey, thinking I was on top, I should win.
And that was
Fantastic.
and that was the kind of
That's
like
so mean.
the logic of it though was to award the most offensive jiu-jitsu, and I think it worked for that. And like you're saying with the 10-point must system, everyone, like even casual, a lot, because it was free on YouTube, a lot of people would have said to like a friend, like, oh yeah, let's just watch this event. And like, everyone's watched a boxing match, everyone knows that scoring system, and I think it did make it more digestible. I do think like it left it a little bit up to judges' interpretation, to what they were, like you were saying, what they were scoring. And I think in the some of the controversy where people thought Levi got robbed, and I definitely don't think he got robbed. I think it could have gone either way in the Cade match, but having traditional scoring, each position scores a point. It leaves a lot less controversy to like people be like, he got robbed by the judges. But that being said, who doesn't love a bit of he got robbed by the judges controversy?
They were saying Nicky Rod got it as well.
Got
robbed, or he shouldn't have won as well, wasn't it?
He subbed everyone, so I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about Nicky Rod.
Was it J Rod then? When there's some match where I thought it was Nicky Rod, and they said there was one match he shouldn't have won.
Nicky Rod won them. I can't believe it. We haven't actually said yet on the show. Mike hasn't watched a single bit of it other than the highlights on fucking YouTube. So I really appreciate having you on here today, mate, because otherwise I'd be talking to a fucking brick wall, son.
You talk to brick wall anyway. Look at him; he's built like one.
a fridge was the most recent thing I've been compared to.
But no, fucking, I'm trying to think, man, because there's so many matches really and so many rounds. I'm trying to think about, like, people were saying Levi shouldn't have won one of his matches or something or other.
Yeah, people were saying that he should have won in the final against Cade. Well, some people were. The guard pullers that I associate with, my friend.
No, honestly, I thought Cade was more aggressive and stuff, and like he, like, obviously, here's the thing, and here's why I fucking hate MMA fans. Here's just a quick little side tangent. Like, I'm subscribed to a lot of MMA channels on YouTube where they're analyzing matches, talking about fight build up, that, like who's going to win this fight, grand out. But then every fucking day, without fail, after a fight or after a controversial card, it's fucking Drickus versus Israel, robbery. It's like, one, it wasn't the robbery, there was the fucking submission. And two, not every single fight that's close. It's a robbery.
Yeah, people love throwing around that word. Hey, like they want to say, oh, it's a robbery. But no, that's what I think. Everyone loves throwing that around. So you want a few close decisions. That means it's been a close fight, and it allows the fans to go at each other's throats after the event and drives more engagement. So it's a winner for everyone.
Yeah. Now, look, like you said, it was a very close match. It was very down to the wire. But, like, Cage done that a little bit more. And that's that.
Yeah, like I say, I didn't feel like it was a bad decision either way. I don't think any of the decisions I watched all of the under 80 all the way through, and I watched the final day of the over 80 and some of the day one.
The over 80 was pretty good, man. I was a bit disappointed at first because I thought, when I first started watching the stream, I thought they were going to show the under 80 first, and they threw on the over 80. I was like, oh god, fuck! I just wanted to see the under 80 first because that was the better division.
Yeah.
It was 100,000% the better division.
That's probably a good idea by them then, to keep you engaged, because they'll put the matches you don't want to see on first. Do you know what I mean? It's like giving you your main card, like, isn't it?
I think opening up with Nicky Rod as well, they knew they were going to give, like, it wasn't going to be like a guard pulling stally match to start off. They definitely opened up the card with what they thought was going to be like an explosive wrestling match. Who was he against in the first round? Was it Jason Nolf?
No, that was Ty against Jason Nolf in their first round.
Who was there?
Fuck. It was some fat Brazilian guy. This me being mean. I'll pull it up on my phone there.
Oh, don't worry about it. If you can't
So
remember, it's
mean,
fine.
man, it's,
There's people who do a better deep dive than us.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, like I haven't even
But
seen it.
I'll give this guy something. I think he tossed Nicky Rod. Like he ran him up against the fucking pit and like tossed him, and I think his fucking foot like went over the edge and nearly kicked someone to the head. So I'm like, here, that was good. But then obviously Nicky Rod got the sub there around 2.
Yeah.
I think it was all subs, all rear naked chokes, and fucking
Got to sell that seminar tour, hey.
yeah. And obviously he called out Gordon afterwards, which is pretty fucking good.
That was cool.
That
Look,
match again.
that is cool. Like $1 million for a million, like because Gordon's always I'll put 10,000 my money up, I'll put 30,000 mine up, or I'll give you 10-1 odds. I'll put 100,000 up if you put 10 grand up, and like now it's $1 million versus $1 million. Like it seems like the whole event was made for that to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I think it's good. Like, it's the sort of shit that grabs headlines.
yeah.
Speaking of the thing that grabbed probably the most headlines, especially the non-jiu-jitsu headlines, the things that made kind of general news afterwards. What did you think of the Gabby Craig fight?
I thought it was godly, man. Like all the press for it and all the thing is like, oh, the fight's off, it's back on, and he's kissing her. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, Craig, fucking hell, oh boy. But like, even the match, I'm like, I don't know if Craig is just like dicking around or Gabby's not tapping. All those, even the heel hooks. I know they want to drag the match out a little for entertainment, and like. Oh man, some of those heel hooks were actually hard to watch. Kind of like, I thought some of these were going to torn.
I think, I'm glad that it was like, kind throughout. But I do think it was like a kind of strange WWE departure. I kind of welcomed it because I thought it was like, like where you get a weird interlude in a play and it's just kind of something that's a bit random and not really part of the main narrative. You're watching all of these intense, really hard fought matches, and then you have him strip off to Speedos and roll around with the largest woman in the sport. It's kind of like...
Bro had tearaway pants and all.
Yeah. Combats as well. Like,
yeah, just kind of a little light-hearted departure from the content. I think it works well. I think some of the people watching for the first time might have found Hanato Laranja a bit much, but I think all the old heads that have been around and like seen him on the scene kind of appreciate
I never watched that thing actually. I just seen all the clips. That he's hilarious. The interview he was doing with him. Like I've only seen all the clips. Like I watched 3 and 4 minute clips.
He was cornering Craig in the Gabby match. As well.
Was he?
So do I have to speak Australian for you to understand me? Clean a knee line, mate. He's put on the fake Brazilian accent while putting on a fake Australian accent and just saying some fucking. There's like layers, man. It's like horrible accents, fucking inception.
Like layers like an orange.
I enjoyed it for sure, from start to finish. To be fair,
I tell you, man, there was actually some amount of fucking upsets though as well. Because like, what's it? You had fucking at ADCC. You had some. I don't know who it was. It was some 10 Planet guy came out and submitted Patrick Gaudio and just a fucking in a wee bit in the first round, and he was probably the favorite for that round. And then what's it? The best one of the weekend, and I think the guy who got the. I think he got the 50k bonus for fucking best submission. It was Lucas Canard versus Felipe.
Victor Hugo.
Yeah, Victor Hugo.
Was it in the first round?
That was the first round.
Yeah.
Lucas Canard was a last-minute replacement for Mason Fowler. So literally, and he was against the number 1 seed. He was against everyone thought Victor Hugo was going to win because obviously he beat Nicky Rod there recently on a who's number 1, and he was the favourite. And like
that didn't look super deep, that heel hook either. It was super quick and was just like. Almost one of those things where you expected like a defence, and it was like, oh no, he's tapped. It's like some.
Well, to be fair, man, when it's on, it's on.
That's what I mean. But it just came on so quick. One of those. There wasn't just.
Well, plus, honestly, I think the whole logic of if it was ADCC, I think Victor would have just ate it because like he has to win the division to get his 10 grand, but at least there. He's guaranteed 10 grand, and he's guaranteed not getting his knee broken. So he's like, okay, you got me.
Win-win.
That was another thing. I thought maybe you'd see more people hanging on for
to try and get
the million and see more like snaps and pops. But you didn't really see much band. Like there were no like catastrophic injuries that I can remember. Obviously, Ty limped off the mat potentially after that like leg attack from Levi, but it could have also been just a freak injury as well. And I don't know if that's like. I don't know if he's made a statement or anything after, but it didn't look like it's like major. It just maybe stopped him performing to his best in that match. But other standouts, like one I actually wanted to mention was Owen O'Flanagan. I know it didn't get the best run, obviously getting Tackett in the second round, but like his guard play is just phenomenal. Tackett's probably the worst draw possible for him with his kind of passing style, but there was still in the first couple of rounds, his first couple of entries to the legs, and then that like triangle armbar, like Choi bar entry was fucking sweet. I'd have liked to have seen him have a little bit of a deeper run.
How did the other one get on?
He lost to Nicky Rod in the second round, but he won the first round.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
that's not a bad.
Everyone thought he'd come there to lose, so it's quite good for him. Yeah, all the British Owens had a half decent showing this weekend. Owen Jones, Owen.
So what's it?
Flanagan.
Owen actually got a win in anyway, so he at least got to demonstrate. So I'm sure he got a heel look on Majid.
Majid, yeah.
But like, but I think a great performance, man, it was kind of hard to watch. It was Nicky Ryan versus Andrew Tackett.
Oh, it looked like he just didn't want to be there. Hey, it's like I've never.
Yeah, honestly, man, I think you'd see some of the videos of the B team thing, and like my coach Tom has been saying this for ages. He thinks Nicky Ryan was overtraining for it, and he was training too hard because there's been videos of him training and he's fucking puking and getting sick in bins during training. I'm like, here, you probably shouldn't be doing that if you're fighting soon. You should probably chill out and taper down a little.
Tapering a little bit, yeah.
Plus, like, Andrew Tackett's a fucking maniac. Like, he'll run around, he's so fast and so all that. Like, he's like the Energizer Bunny, man, So, I don't know, I think if Nicky maybe had another crack at him, maybe under a different rule set, he might do a bit better. But, like, Andrew Tackett was just all on him and just fucking, I don't think Nicky got anything on him in the match. I think he got maybe him into front headlock for a second, but that was it.
They just got dominated.
Because like people would have thought like he would have got to the final more or less. Nicky Ryan, yeah, he's supposed to be like.
He would have. I think he's got a very good fan base, and obviously he's been hyped a lot. Even back when he was training with his brother, they all of the Danaher lot said that he was like the next big thing and stuff. So I think he had he had a good run at ADCC.
Is it injuries that stops him?
Trials. I don't know. There's a mix of people say. I think obviously he's torn his ACL before and never really rehabbed it. But I think, people say his approach to training perhaps isn't the most productive as well. But what?
Yeah, I've heard the word undisciplined being used quite a lot, which is one thing you don't want with someone who's a professional athlete. Especially
going against someone like Tackett, which is like the definition of the word discipline from all kind of sources that I've heard in terms of in the sport. So. Someone who doesn't work hard enough against someone who is famed for their work ethic. It's going to be a tough match.
Sounds like me competing against someone or anyone.
Again, Mike, you're literally a fucking former ADCC champion, and the way they done you, I'm still not over it, man. Fucking stay to that shit. Yeah. But one other thing I really liked with CJI was that again. There was less fucking bullshit before the fucking fight started. I say there wasn't even 30 minutes of bullshit. Don't quote me on that before the fight started. And obviously what was good is I watched a bunch of matches. Then it was 4 a.m. and then I went to bed. And some hero went into commented the timestamps of all the matches. So I didn't have to go. So I watched the whole half, most of it. At double speed and skimmed every few seconds for something, and then when the match is over, click the timestamp, skip the next match. So I didn't have to look at any ads. If I wanted to look at an interview, I'd watch it later maybe. But whoever goes pouring through all the things and finds all the timestamps, you're a fucking legend.
You were saying you watched it at a faster speed as well.
The unsung heroes, yeah, because I was. I had a session to get to in Oxford, so I woke up in the morning. I hadn't watched any of it the night before. I don't have your dedication to the sport there, Andy. But I woke up and was like, I want to get through as much of this as I can before I go and get drunk. So I just watched a lot of the matches on 1.5 or double time, and skip through. But it was good. Did you watch the second day or any of ADCC with anyone, or did you mostly chill out a bit sick and watch it on your own?
Well, I was just chilling at my gaff because, like I said, I'm a bit sick this week, but I'm grand now, so I can go back training there either tomorrow or next day. But what's it called? I just was watching it myself. Really, I was just chilling. I was like playing Elden Ring on the couch, and I had my phone open and was playing. Probably shouldn't be multitasking while playing an intense game like Elden Ring, but hey, that's
That's
how I
the way
roll.
you live. Lives life on the edge. This fella. Because that's one of the things. We had one of the brown belts at our gym had a load of us over to watch, and it was like a whole mix of people. But I've even got some. I've got some mates that have done like jiu-jitsu once or twice, or have got it from maybe got a bit of a knowledge of jiu-jitsu from watching MMA, and like a few of them have messaged me since the event, and like they were out with me on Saturday, and I kind of talked to them a little bit about what was going on, and a few of them have messaged me being like, oh yeah, I've watched like this match or that match, and it's like, so I do think in a way that I've never seen non-jiu-jitsu fans engage with any other event.
Yeah,
I do think that some people have engaged with this, and I think, like you were saying, the free on YouTube has helped with that. I think the way it's been publicised, having like a freak show like Craig and Gabby, allowing it to...
it's a head-to-head thing again, right, with ADCC, which is the most known, most prestigious grappling competition, isn't it? The one that you don't want to miss. Well, not anymore.
not in my book, mate. Not in my book. But yeah, no, I think it was class, start to finish. One thing I haven't mentioned that I did actually want to shout out was the Fionn Davis and Mackenzie Dern match. I think that was compared, like, if you compare the two super fights, one was like, an absolute display of class jiu-jitsu, and one was, like I say, a bit of a psychedelic departure from the main event. But I think that I hope like next year they do a ladies division, and I think they'll make a. Because obviously the big selling point this year was the $1 million. So if they do it again next year, what things do you think will be the key selling points, mate, that will get it to come back with the same sort of attention that it's gleaned this year? I thought, like, doing $1 million ladies of bracket and making like the focus be like equality in the sport.
Craig will do that as well, like you
imagine. If the funding's there, I think. But you got any ideas?
Honestly, I'd say it'd be grand with just. If they add in, so what they could just have like 4 divisions. They have under 70s men to get all the 66 guys over. Because I think, like, obviously we were talking about this earlier. The reason the 66 guys in ADCC didn't hop over is because they'd all get fucking killed in under 80. Yeah. Like, I know, I'm sorry, but if you put Andrew Tackett against fucking. I know Baby Shark or fucking Owen Jones, those guys are crazy good technically, but like Andrew Tackett's Andrew Tackett, and he's gonna kill them. Like, I'm sorry, but like, but no, I'd say if you got an under 70 kg men's division, kept under 80, kept under plus 80, that's grand. You have an extra division for the men's. I'd say maybe do like an open weight thing for the women, maybe as like a transitionary thing for the next CJI, and then at the third one you could have 2 women's divisions, because like what's it called,
introduce it slowly, like
because like I hate to be defeatist or anything, but like
people don't want to watch women fight.
No, it's not even just that. It's just like it's not that, because like there is a
in any sport, like, unless they look like Mackenzie Dern.
Allegedly, but like the divisions in ADCC, like the women's division, I'm pretty sure it was fucking tiny, man. It was very small. Like, just not that. And the reason they had 2 women's divisions for the longest time is because there's not that many people there. So, like, maybe if they slowly introduce more women's weight brackets, like, if they put 1 women's weight bracket in, and maybe make it plus 60 kilo or whatever, and then cool, it was such a great show with the women there this time. Next time we'll have 2 women's divisions, Because, like, obviously is the thing of, if you have more divisions, you need more prize money, because there's 2 divisions this time, and you need $2 million. If you want 3 divisions, you need $3 million. You need 4 divisions, you need $4 million. So, like, unless you want to make it a free-for-all for the 2 divisions.
Yeah, it's how generous is this wealthy donor, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, cause,
yeah, do you know what I mean?
At some point, you've either got to, like, draw a line on the amount that you're willing to put into it, or... Yeah. You start generating profit, and that's where. Because
man, I hate to be mean, but if you make a division with all the women and you pay them less, they're gonna start throwing a tizzy about that. Because like, where it's like, we give you the women's division. It's like, yeah, but you're already giving us 500k. It's like, well, man, like, you'd complain if we didn't have the women's division, and then you're complaining I don't know, man. You can't please everyone. If they get the $1 million, an extra $1 million, and they want to run a women's division, grand, whatever, fine. More power to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else what else it needs to add. To be honest, for me, it's like probably the most entertaining jiu-jitsu event I've watched since. I really enjoyed Quintet. I like that format as well. I've said that many times. I like the team format for it. I think that makes it a good spectator sport and is something that people can get behind. But this like I say, it's the first time I've seen people with the outside of the jiu-jitsu world actually engage with something jiu-jitsu quite heavily, which is cool. And I think we've kind of covered most of the things I was going to go through, but I think it was an overall positive for everyone that's into jiu-jitsu.
And they have no money, but they can pay John Jones's foundation, in air quotes, 50 grand for him to show up and talk about Gordon Ryan.
Is that confirmed? Like, because if so, that's kind of.
What's the deal with that? Like, I kept hearing people saying 50k, but like, who's saying that?
I think it was to like a foundation he had or something, and I think like alleged or whatever.
What, the Batter Your Wife Foundation?
No, I think it's for battered wives. It basically goes to his missus, which is basically him. But I mean,
well, I'm glad she's getting something for her troubles, because fucking hell.
Well, I mean, she's not really getting anything off him according to what's her man's name? What's that YouTuber's name?
Because
the MMA guru.
MMA guru, like John Jones is gay. Like.
I think if you take one thing away from this podcast today, it's Mike spends way too much of his time on Reddit. I thought you'd gone back into the work of employment now, brother. You might have a bit less free time on your hands. But you're clearly spending way too much time on Reddit and letting these crazy conspiracies pollute your mind.
Ken, don't you know fucking being a Reddit admin is a fucking job, apparently?
There you go, mate.
You know way more about it. You know way more about Reddit than me, mate. You actually put me onto the whole thing, and I mean, he made some good points, but like he made like about 5 minutes of good points, and the video is 35 minutes long, and like he kind of talked himself out of any of the rest of them by just continuing talking.
I'm regretting putting you onto anything now.
Yeah, but apparently he's just a troll anyway. But he's a big, massive cunt as well. Have you actually seen him? He's like 6'4" or something like. And he probably trains like small bit of MMA, but like nothing professional. Like.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Is there anyone you want to slander before we part ways, Andy?
Oh man, who to slander, man? It's tough. Fuck.
Conor McGregor dancing with midgets and then having a photo with her in his arms.
I think someone stole Conor McGregor's watch or something there recently, or someone tried to. I don't know. Conor McGregor, first and foremost, why don't you get a fight or something, buddy, before you start talking shit again, because he's going on about his fucking toe being injured. There's a video of him in 2013 saying, "Oh man, look at his fucking pussy, his fucking toe broke, and he's putting on a fight." Wow, I was like,
that's brilliant.
I mean,
yeah, I saw that.
You know, past Conor be fucking shamed of current Conor. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, 100%.
Brought past Conor to the president and said, here's a current Conor. He wouldn't be happy. But anyways, fuck man, who am I going to slander? Fucking hell. Jesus, I guess Gordon. You should have took less steroids, buddy. I hope you get better soon. I think it's a bit weird that allegedly your girlfriend rode your fucking younger brother. I think that's a bit strange, but hey, whatever.
Call back.
Wow. It's a bit weird that everyone's cool with that.
Wow.
And stop taking so many steroids. Learn how to beat Felipe Pena properly. I'll give you credit for beating Yuri Simões by 21 points, but like, come on, buddy, you probably should have submitted him. Take less steroids, find Jesus, and make better financial decisions. Gordon Ryan.
Yeah. Any last words?
I think for the normal people listening, take as much steroids as you want.
I'm not going to mention any of this.
I'm just saying Gordon should take less, because look at him.
I'd love to look like that. I'd dye my beard and everything.
No, but on the inside, man, his stomach is fucked and he's a scumbag. So, like, allegedly. But, like, you know what I mean? And, just take a healthy amount of steroids, people.
Go see your doctor.
I'm not going to mention any of the sponsors after this because I don't think they want to be associated with what's gone on here. So, as always, guys, play it to your nan.